Good morning from my deployed location. First off, congratulations to Sheree and Amy on your wedding. Sad that I can't be there. Really upset. Sheree knows I basically cried when I realized that I was going to be deployed during the big moment. So this is what I can do is send you a video and wish you my best. I did prepare a little speech for you. But for those who don't know me, I'm Camille Thompson, one of Sheree's best friends from the academy. We met at the prep school in 2010, 2009. But hello to Sheree's family, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa. I love you guys. All her cousins, 500 who are in attendance. All my classmates, Zimmer grads. Where do I begin? So prep school, that's where we met. I remember her telling me, or she told someone else, that I was the most annoying and immature person that she's ever met. She didn't like me. But it's ironic how things change out. The person you don't like is the person that becomes your best friend. But needless to say, over the years, I grew on her, and now we're the two best friends that anybody can have. But not only is Sheree nothing short of spectacular, we also had a lot in common. Like, we like to email our teachers on snowy days that we didn't feel like going to class. Type creative email of why we can't make it, and then go back and sleep for first and second period. Worked like a charm. We also took pleasure in making fun of one of our other good friends, Jimmy, getting her upset. Probably made our day. We would get her upset for about 30 minutes and just take turns laughing at her. And yeah, we love to laugh and make a not so great experience become the best time of our lives. Hashtag 4 years of basketball at the United States Air Force Academy. That'll put you through a roller coaster. But more specifically, one instance, we were on our way back from a Wyoming trip, and we lost by about 50 points, maybe a little more. Who knows? But after losses, we would always sit in the back of the bus, beat ourselves up, like be upset. And it was our senior year, so 4 years later, you kind of get numb to the losses. But that time, people were crying, and me and Sheree were just sitting on the back of the bus across from each other. She sat over there, and we just, at the exact same time, just slowly turned at each other, stared at each other for about 5 seconds, and then just busted out laughing for, it seemed like 30 minutes, the entire bus ride. But it's times like that that you remember with your best friend, when everything seems so grim and terrible, but you can make the best out of the worst with people like that. And that's kind of how Sheree and I's relationship was. But although I can't see you right now, Sheree, I'm positive you look beautifully stunning and spectacular and gracious and sweet. But do not let her fool you. She's just a more mature and grown-up version of the Sheree I once knew. I still remember the Sheree that would wear sweatpants, her Air Force Ones, and her Nike shirt to almost every single occasion and rock it. Like, it was awesome. But I'm sure much hasn't changed right now. But that was the type of person Sheree was. She was the type of person that didn't really care what anybody else thinks. She was the definition of do you boo-boo. And that's what I admire the most about her. She taught me to be comfortable with myself and not let other people's perceptions define me. The only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. And that's Sheree. She doesn't really care what anybody else thinks, and it's amazing. And also, Sheree is one of the strongest people that I've met as well. Jimmy and our other friend, would joke about how Sheree would never cry or never show any emotion, like on any occasion. We'd say the world would be ending, and Sheree would just sit there and just blink a few times, be like, all right. And another instance we would joke about is when she was born, most babies cry, but Sheree came out the womb like, what's next, Mom? Blink a few times more. But meanwhile, I was super emotional at the academy. She could tell you I'd cry about every insignificant thing, but Sheree was the epitome of strength. Like, she never let her emotions take over, and some of that strength rubbed off on me as well. Like, she taught me a lot from that. And I still remember I was in my room crying about something insignificant, and she just looked at me and said, Camille, stop being such a wham-wham. And I looked at her. I was like, I won't say exactly what came to mind, but I wanted to jump over my desk and strangle her. But it was so true that you can't let your emotions and feelings take over so much where you're basically emotionless. You just stand still in life. You got to keep moving. And that's one of the major things that being her friend has taught me. Not to fully dwell and let my emotions take over. But I just can't express how strong she was against CSU, another experience. I remember when she tore her ACL, the entire team deflated. Like right when she stepped off the court, you could immediately tell the difference of the tempo, the feelings, just the energy just deflated. And she said she knew she tore ACL. Like you could see a tear. I went back to check on her, and she was kind of like a little down, but she was still super strong. And I remember the practice after when they said it was a torn ACL for sure. I had cried for her because I knew she wasn't going to cry and let it take over. I don't know if she did in private, but for everybody, she put on an amazing facade of strength. And for the team, that you have to keep moving. You guys will be fine without me. And she was just there to support us. But that was the type of person she was. People loved to be around her. Everybody wanted to tell her their secrets. Everyone gravitated toward her because they knew they could trust her and the secrets would be safe with her. But that's just who she was, once again, someone that you can count on. And I'm truly blessed to have a friend like her who has seen me at my best, helped me through my worst, and continues to be my best friend no matter the distance between us. And I can honestly say I don't know how I would have got through the academy without a friend like you. And although I wasn't able to spend a lot of time with Amy and Sheree together, the few days that I did get to spend with you, I was able to see the love, the respect, and genuine friendship between them. And to Amy, good luck. She's a handful. Just kidding. But although my best friend has now abandoned me for the domesticated abyss, I can't be happier for you and Sheree. I just want to thank you for being everything she's ever wanted and for treating her so well. You're so blessed to have someone like Sheree in your life, and she's truly blessed to have someone like you in her life who treats her so well and loves her unconditionally. So, in lieu of that, I will give you my toast. I do not have alcohol, but I just want to say thank you to Sheree's family for taking me in, making me feel like part of the family, and one of you guys. Thank you for all the parties and all the great times, and most importantly, thanks for sharing your alcohol with me. That made my 4 years go by a lot faster. But laughter is the shortest distance between two people. So may your many years together be filled to the brim with love, laughter, and happiness. And may your love for one another continue to grow so much that today will be the day you love each other least. To Miss and Miss Medina. Sheree, take a few shots for me. I love you guys. Have fun.